guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we gonna do today?
Today we're doing W.T.P.
White Trash Party.
Yes.
I like this song a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yeah, I know the song.
The song was on our wedding playlist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it actually got played though.
I wanted to come out to the songs. I thought it was funny, but he didn't want to.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, you love Eminem. That would be like so perfect. But
Yeah.
he didn't want to, so we came out to
It did too.
um All Over You by Live.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that song.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to play this, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So
No.
we both know this, so it's much less of a reaction, much more of a breakdown.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
So we will check it out.
Yeah. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. The links in the description below and our usernames right here. Let's go.
All right. W.T.P.
Yeah.
Out now, 'cause here we come, and we ain't stopping until we see the morning sun. So give us room to do our thing, 'cause we ain't come to hurt no one. So everybody come and get up on the floor now and grab someone. Man, first of all, I'm a boss. I just wanna get that across. Man, even my dentist hates when I floss. Pull up to the club in a pinto like it's a Porsche. Garbage bag for one of the windows. Spray painted doors with the flames on them. Michigan plates and my name's on them, baby. Shady's here, come and get him if you games want him. But he ain't stupid, so we're trying to run them games on him. He's immune to Cupid, why you trying to put your claims on him? 'Cause you included me what you did to the last man. Now climbing back, try not to kick over the gas can. There's a half a gallon in it, that could be our last chance. We have it, it's getting home. Now can I get that lap dance? She's got a tattoo of me right up off her ass, man. In the streets of Warren, Michigan, we call them tramp stamps. That means she belongs to me. Time to put the damn clamps down and show this hussy who's the man. Now get amped, dance. Now you.
Oh.
Okay. So, I will point out that to me, it's not my favorite song.
I know.
I like this song, but it's not my favorite. His flow, though, the way he's delivering the lines on this might be the best on the album.
You think so?
I do. The way he's rhyming, like over the beat, it's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, I don't know. It's like smooth, but it's like perfect for the music of the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds really good. I mean, I know nothing about that. I just know it sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds
I
fucking,
like it.
yeah, it sounds awesome. So he starts off, get up. I said, get up.
Mhm.
He says, you know what happens when I'm around, man. Better watch out now. Here we come. And we ain't stopping until we see the morning sun. I feel like that's a double entendre. Till we see the morning sun and then the morning sun. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, so give us room to do our thing, 'cause we ain't come to hurt no one. So everybody, come on, get up on the floor right now and grab someone. So yeah, it's a self-explanatory party hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is funny hearing him do it. Okay, so he comes in. Now, first of all, I think it's I'm a boss, isn't it? Let's see, I have the lyrics on my phone. I can check.
I don't
Is it
know.
the boss or a boss? I'm a boss. Yeah, so the lyrics are wrong here. First of all, I'm a boss. I just want to get that across. Man, even my dentist hates when I floss.
That's like that little like viral dancing thing that like people did, right?
What, the floss?
Yeah,
So
like
that
that's what
ex
he's talking about.
so
But I thought
now,
it came out way later.
no, so I mean maybe there is another dance move
Or
called
like
floss.
flossing,
If you're
flossing.
flossing, it means like you're showing off like your money, you know what I mean? Your
Yeah, I
jewelry.
remember in, oh God, that song with that guy, and he'd just be like, Flossie. He's like, Twinkle, twinkle.
I don't know if I know
Oh my
that.
God, what song is that? Ballin'? Ballin'.
But Jim Jones? Oh,
Yeah,
he does say Flossie in that. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. That's so funny. Yes, that's the flossing that we're referring to, flossing off, showing off your shit, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Then he says, pull up to the club in a Pinto like it's a Porsche, which is funny.
I don't even know what a Pinto
It's an
is.
old like fucking beater car. Like even when it was a brand new car, it wasn't.
Beater?
Yeah, like a piece of shit.
Oh.
So first off, they don't make it anymore. But
No, obviously not.
even when it was brand new, it was like,
Oh, like
uh,
not like the car that you want.
yeah, it was a shitty car.
Okay.
Even when it was brand new at the time. You know
Like
what I
just
mean?
not an expensive car.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact in 2010 he has a Pinto, which is decades old, it's, very fucked up, but he's saying he's pulling up in a Pinto like it's a Porsche. So the
He's like,
whole
hey, look at me.
so yeah, the whole theme of this song is that he's white trash,
Yeah.
right? But he doesn't care and like he's embracing his white trash and like flexing and stunting and like, yeah, man, I'm the man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's ironic in that sense. It's like very tongue in cheek, but
That's why it would have been so good to come out to
I
our
know
wedding
it
with
is.
a song, but you wouldn't let us.
Yeah, I thought it was weird.
I don't think it's weird. It's funny.
It was. I mean, me and you would have liked it. I think everybody else was like, what the fuck?
I think it's funny.
Yeah. All right. And then, oh yeah, so we never pointed. So the line, even my dentist hates when I floss. So that's an obvious double entendre.
Yeah.
Flossing and then floss. And
Which is
then
ironic because your dentist is always like, are you flossing? And you're like, who flosses?
yeah.
No, I'm not.
So he flosses so much, so hard that his dentist doesn't like it. Do you know what I mean? It's so funny to
It's
actually think
funny.
about what that bar literally means. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Yeah, so pull up to the club in a Pinto like it's a Porsche, garbage bag for one of the windows, spray painted doors with the flames on them. So that's a great image, busted out window, garbage bag.
Yeah, that's so funny because in my car before the one that I have now, the window, I tried to open it when it was frozen and it came right off the thing or
The track.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
And until I got it fixed, it was, like it would fall down and there'd be a crack. And I was like, very much not wanting to put a garbage bag on it. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm doing that. So I literally like duct tape it.
yeah,
And yeah.
that's what we
So
did.
just, yeah.
So yeah,
Funny
it
story.
wasn't even that old too. It was like a 2007 or 2008
2008
Jeep
Jeep
Liberty.
Liberty.
Yeah, it was weird that, got fucked up like
Yeah, I
that.
mean, it's old now.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so it's garbage bag on one of the windows to keep the rain from coming in and the wind and shit, and then spray painted doors. So the doors
Yeah.
are spray painted a different
And then
color.
I was gonna say bonus points if they don't match.
Yes.
Like one door is like off white and the other one's like snow white.
Yeah. And then on top of that, the spray painted doors have flames on them, which is great.
God.
And then he says Michigan plates and my name's on them. So that's so funny, having your own name on your vanity
So like
plates.
Marshall or Eminem?
Maybe Shady,
Oh,
because then he says, Baby Shady's here. Come
okay.
on, get him if you dames want him. So, he's like, come on, ladies. You want me with this
That's
car.
such a
I
bitch.
know, it's amazing. And then he says, but he ain't stupid, so quit trying to run them games on him. He's immune to Cupid. Why you trying to put your claims on him? So don't try to play games with
Yeah,
him.
he's not gonna fall in love with you.
Yes, so stop trying to lock him down and be his boyfriend. Make him your boyfriend, be your girlfriend. Yeah.
What?
Make him
What?
be your boyfriend and you be his girlfriend. Yeah, he wants to be your girlfriend. Um, then he says, "Because you won't do to me what you did to the last man. Now climbing back, try not to kick over the gas can." So,
Of course.
yeah, the obviously gas canister, which he actually explains. There's a half a gallon in it. This could be our last chance we have of just getting home. Now, could I get that lap dance? Which is so funny. So yeah, I've been there, especially when I was fucking using drugs and shit, and
Yeah.
I had no money. I was using gas cans just a little bit. It was usually empty,
I
and I would
never
need to go get gas. It was fucking a nightmare.
I had AAA. So literally in one night, I ran out of gas, called AAA. They filled it up just enough to get me to the next gas station. And then I drove around and ran out of that too, and had to call AAA again.
It's very funny.
And it was the same guy too, because it was his shift in my area. He's like, "Are you kidding?" And I'm like, "Yo, Just
so
don't look
funny.
at me. Don't look at me.
So yeah, he's telling her to go in the back and not kick over the gas can. And
Yeah.
then he's saying, we might need that to get home. And he's like, now, can I get that lap dance?
But like, why is
Which
she going
is,
in the back
I
though?
guess they're going back to hook up. But she's saying, can I get that lap dance?
Oh,
You know what
oh
I
my
mean?
God. Okay.
And then we will pick it up here. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought you missed something.
Yeah, we didn't get to it yet. Forgot.
No.
She's got a tattoo of me right above her ass, man. In the streets of Warren, Michigan, we call them tramp stamps.
Call 'em that
Yeah,
everywhere.
everybody calls them that. That means she belongs to me. Time to put the damn put on? I feel like they're missing a word there. That means she belongs to me. Time to put the damn clamps down. Okay, that confused me because he put the down over there.
Clamps.
Yeah, time to put the damn clamps down and show this hussy who's the man. Now, get amped, dance.
What clamps?
So if you're clamping down on something, you're like locking something
Oh,
down. You know
I
what I
thought he
mean?
was talking about like, I don't know.
So it's funny because the line before he was saying like Cupid doesn't work and like, I'm not going to be your boyfriend. And then here it's like that she belongs to me.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he has to love her.
Yeah, but he's like,
He's like property.
yeah, well, that is actually, you're right. That is what he's saying. Time to put the damn clamps down and show this hussy who's the man.
Nipple clamp.
Hussy is so funny. That's such a funny word to use.
Yeah.
Now get
I
up
haven't
and
heard that
dance.
said in like a million years.
Yeah, it's like harlot.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Who's the man? Now get amped, dance. Now you can do this on your own, but everyone knows that no one likes to be alone. So get on the floor and grab somebody. Ain't nothing but a white trash party. So let's have us a little bash. And if anyone asks, it ain't no one but us trash. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Cause we're having a white trash party. Pull the fifth of Bacardi from out of my underwear and walk around the party without a care, like a body without a head. Looking like a zombie from Night of the Living Dead. And tomorrow probably still be too high to get out of bed. Till I feel like I've been hit with the sharp part of the hammer. Mixing Hennessy and Fanta with Pepto in my Atlanta. I shoot the gift like I'm hollering die Santa. Miss the tree and hit Rudolph and two innocent bystanders. So quit trying to play the wall like you Paul and get on the floor when the beat drops and stop stalling. They call me the Stephon Marbury of rap, darling. Cause as soon as they throwing some more Kelly, I start balling. Making it rain for the ladies in the minis. But I'm not throwing ones, 5, 10s, or even 20s. I'm throwing quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies up at skinnies. Man, I do this for them bunnies up at Denny's from the north, east, and west. But when it comes to them trailers in them South Parks, muffle it. Cause homie, that hood's tighter than Kenny's. So ladies, if your belly button's not an innie, then I'm outie. Now hop in my minivan, let's get rowdy, come on. Now you can do this on your own, but everyone knows that no one likes to be alone. So get on the floor and grab somebody. Ain't nothing but a white trash party. So let's have us a little bash. And if anyone asks, it ain't no one but us trash. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Cause we're having a white trash party.
Okay. So yeah, I stopped it after the first verse. We didn't actually play the chorus.
Yeah.
So we'll go through that real quick. He says, now you can do this on your own, but everyone knows that no one likes to be alone. So get on the floor and grab somebody. Ain't nothing but a white trash party. So let's have us a little bash. And if anyone asks, it ain't no one but us trash. You don't know, you better ask somebody, because we're having a white trash party. It's such an awesome hook.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Okay, and then he gets to his second verse, which is pull a fifth of Bacardi from out of my underwear and walk around the party without a care, like a body without a head, looking like a zombie from Night of the Living Dead. So it's funny.
Nice.
He's keeping a fifth of Bacardi in his underwear, which is very
Yeah.
funny. And then he walks around like he's just chilling. He doesn't give a fuck. He's having a good time. And then he says, like a body without a head, looking like a zombie from the Night of the Living Dead. Self-explanatory. It's a zombie. And tomorrow I'll still be too high to get out of bed till I feel like I've been hit with the sharp part of the hammer, mixing Hennessy and Fanta with Pepto and my Atlanta, which is great.
Because Pepto's for like stomach aches and Mylanta.
Same thing.
Is that also?
Yep,
Okay.
the same thing. Yeah, it's the upset stomach, diarrhea, like all that shit.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion,
Yeah.
upset stomach, diarrhea.
Yeah, I think they're this like they might be the exact same, but maybe one treats some symptoms that the other one doesn't. But either way, so he's he's fucked up at the party, and tomorrow he's still too high that he can't get out of bed. He says, Tell, I feel like I've been hit with the sharp part of the hammer. So, like the
Ooh, the
backside.
part that gets the nails out.
Yes. And then mix in Hennessy and Fanta, that's a crazy mixture. I don't think I've ever
And
had,
Pepto.
yes, but I don't think I've ever had orange soda with alcohol. You know what I mean?
Yeah, neither have I ever.
I'm assuming it's orange soda. You could have any flavor Fanta actually you want. Mixing Hennessy and
It's true.
Fanta with Pepto and Mylanta. It's very funny.
Ugh.
Then he says, I shoot the gift
Oh,
like I'm hollering die Santa. So that's a phrase that I wasn't familiar with. Shoot the gift. It's the same thing as like shooting the shit, like small talk, you know what I mean?
okay.
So I shoot the gift like I'm hollering die Santa. So if he
So,
was
like, if Santa were putting gifts under your tree and he had it, like, hold up against himself,
yeah, he was shooting, yeah.
and then it would shoot through the gift into Santa.
Yes. So then he carries through with that line saying, "Missed the tree and hit Rudolph and two innocent bystanders." So yeah, he was going to shoot at Santa and he missed the tree, and he hit Rudolph and two innocent bystanders, which is funny.
Poor Rudolph.
Yes. Then he says, "So quit trying to play the wall like you're." Is it like you're balling? I thought it was. I thought this was a play on Paul Wall's name here. Like you're Paul and get on the floor. Yeah, okay, let's listen. We're gonna do a check to tell me what you hear.
Standards. So quit trying to play the wall like you Paul and get on the floor when the beat drops and stop stalling.
Yeah, that's the bar. Quit trying to play the wall like you're Paul and get on the floor when the beat drops and stop stalling. So
Okay.
Paul Wall, the rapper.
Yeah.
So quit trying to play the wall like you're Paul and get on the floor when the beat drops and stop stalling. So
So
yeah,
dance.
yes. So this next line's an interesting line. So he says, "They call me the Stephon Marbury of rap, darling. 'Cause soon as they throw on some R. Kelly, I start bawling."
And he's like a basketball player.
Okay, so you do know who Stephon Marbury is?
No,
Yes.
I just know he's a basketball
So you
player.
know of him. He was on the Knicks for a while. So that's probably how you even know. Do you know what I mean? What he does? Because he was
Yeah.
on the New York Knicks. So there was a video of him online, like live streaming a while back. Obviously, before
Or
2010.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly came on. He was like got really emotional. Was like crying. I forget
What,
about.
like a remix to
I
Ignition?
forget what it was. I don't know if he was like grateful. I don't remember the context of it. Right. So he was crying while there was an R. Kelly song playing. So this is this triple entendre here.
Yeah, so like, well,
So they call me the Stephon Marbury of rap, darling. Because soon as they throw on some R. Kelly, I start bawling.
some crying or like spending a lot of money for some reason or
Yes.
playing basketball.
Yeah. So yeah.
R. Kelly's playing, gotta go buy a bunch of stuff.
Well, he could get them amped up, you know what I mean? It's like, you could imagine like at the club, you know what I mean? Like, oh, R. Kelly comes on, it's going crazy, and he's like making it rain and shit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then,
R.
yeah,
Kelly probably doesn't come out in the clubs anymore. I
I
don't
don't know about
think.
that. I think he still does.
Really?
Yeah, I bet you Remix to
Hmm.
Ignition still plays. Maybe Bump and Grind when some slow jams are
Even after
going.
what he did.
Yeah, they could separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, people still listen to Chris
And
Brown.
Michael Jackson.
I like Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I don't like what he did, but I like his
I do. I'm a
music.
big fan of what he did.
Oh my,
I'm just making fun of you saying I don't like what he did, like as if there are people that support it. There's people that don't believe it. There's that. That's an interesting one.
I would assume that like the entire pedophile community supports what he did,
Maybe
right?
yeah,
Like
actually that's
people
probably
who
true.
also do that. So yes, my statement
It's
stands. I
funny.
don't support it.
Yeah, you're right.
And he doesn't either. He was joking.
Yeah, obviously.
But you don't understand some of these people
On the internet.
don't really get jokes.
Yeah. I think a lot of them intentionally don't get jokes. They're looking to start fucking trouble and problems for people.
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as they throw in some R. Kelly, I start bawling. So yes, bawling, basketball player Stephon Marbury, crying, and then, making it rain, whatever. And then, is that the next bar? Yeah. Then he says, making it rain. So yeah, I start bowling. Then he goes to making it rain.
Oh, so balling in like
It
the
is.
club, like throwing money
Yeah, so it is a triple entendre.
at like the dancers and whatnot.
Yeah, that is a triple entendre. Making it rain for the ladies in the minis, but I'm not throwing ones, fives, tens, or even 20s. I'm throwing quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies up at skinnies.
So like real quick, can you imagine you're like up there dancing half naked and then someone's literally chucking change at you?
It's hysterical.
Really so black and blue, these poor women.
Yeah, I'm sure people maybe not thrown. I bet you some people have gotten money change thrown at them, but I'm sure people do try to
It was
give.
like a $50.
Yeah,
God.
or like silver dollars. Like that's $1.
They're
What?
like, no, but like a $50 is like
I
this
know they're
big.
big.
It's a big fucking coin.
So yeah, I think that's probably the funniest line in the whole song. And there's a lot of them here.
Yeah.
But yeah, making it rain for the ladies in the minis. So like mini skirts,
Yeah.
and then not throwing ones, fives. Yeah, he's throwing change instead of bills. He says, "Man, I'd do this for them bunnies up at Denny's."
What bunnies at
I guess,
Denny's?
the girls that work there, I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've never even been there.
Denny's. I
No.
have.
Where
It's
even
good.
is one around
There's a
here?
few around here. There used to be one in Hicksville on 107.
Really?
That's so funny. We're doing the song White Trash Party, and I'm just realizing Hicksville sounds
Yeah.
like a place where that would
That's the
just,
actual town. Like he's not like it's not a nickname. It's called Hicksville.
yeah, that's funny.
Spelled Hicks, but it's for the Hicks family.
Yeah.
Like Hicks Farm is literally in Hicksville.
Yeah, and it's not
We
like,
also have the Dix Hills.
yeah, DIX.
But still,
Yeah.
Dix Hills.
So, yeah, that's funny. And it's like suburbs. It's not like, rural,
Yeah.
as you would think. So, yeah.
Dix Hills is actually very expensive.
Yeah, it is. It's very wealthy.
It's expensive to live in Dix Hills.
So, yeah, he says, I do it for them bunnies up at Denny's. From the north, east, and west. But when it comes to them trailers in them South Parks, muffle it, 'cause homie, that hood's tighter than Kenny's.
Kenny from South Park.
Yeah.
So Kenny really, really, really poor.
Yes. So yeah, he from the north, east, west. So he's doing it for everywhere. But he says, but when it comes to the trailers up in them South Park, so South Park, the show, the cartoon, muffle it, 'cause homie. So Kenny's
Oh,
face
right.
he wears the hood and he
He
sings the
like
chorus.
scrunches it up over to his eyes.
And he sings the chorus in the intro, and it's
Yeah.
it's muffled. You can't ever hear what he says. So he says, "Muffle it, 'cause homie, that hood's tighter than Kenny's." So that's a double
But also
entendre.
his hood, like his trailer park neighborhood.
Yes. So exactly. So yeah, that actually could be three. I don't know if that might be a stretch because
Yeah.
it's still the same thing. So yeah, the hood, the physical hood, the orange hood that he wears, and he says the hood's tighter than Kenny's, so the neighborhood is tighter than Kenny's. He's also saying that the trailer parks in the south of Michigan are tighter, but that's kind of like the same thing as,
Yeah.
Kenny's hood being tight. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
remember anyone like living near Kenny though.
I just remember he lives in the hood, like a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
So
Remember
that
the cream corn episode?
I don't.
No. I feel
So
bad. He's so poor.
yeah.
Poor thing.
So then he says, "So ladies, if your belly button's not an innie, then I'm outie. Now hop in my minivan. Let's get rowdy.
Now
Come
he has a
on."
minivan.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm not an innie, then I'm outie.
yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, he actually mentioned 3 different vehicles in this song. So we got the Pinto, we have a minivan. So yeah, obviously the
What's the
innie.
third vehicle?
We'll get to it in the next
Okay.
the next verse. So yeah, hop in the minivan, let's get rowdy. So we actually already listened to the chorus after this.
Yes.
So we're gonna pick it up right here.
White trash party. White trash party. Now whether you're black, white, or purple, if you're misunderstood, but you don't give a fuck, you ain't doing shit that you should. Long as you know you're up to evil and you know damn good, get on the floor, man, and rep your hood. Now honey, don't let them pricks trip. We should make a quick dip and go do some donuts in the hospital parking lot. Cause girl, I got a sick whip. Kick the back window out of my gremlin, put 2 milk crates in the trunk, rip out the stick shift, and make a 5-seater. I'll be damned if 5 feet a chick. It ain't like me to split a piece of dry Peter. I'll be the S to the I am to the SHADY wine. I don't need a tank top to be a wife beater. I'll rip a tree off the ground and flip it upside down before I turn over a new leaf clown. I'll tell you now, I'm so raw, I still need to unthaw. You feel me, y'all? I'll shut the club down like Drake in the mall. But baby, your body like that's against the law. You the baddest little chain with the blade. blades I ever saw. Coleslaw containers, empty straw wrappers and all. You got more junk in your trunk than I do in my car. Now get up! Now you can do this on your own, but everyone knows that no one likes to be alone. So get on the floor and grab somebody. Ain't nothing but a white trash party. So let's have us a little bash. And if anyone asks, it ain't no one but us trash. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Cause we're having a white trash party. White trash party.
I love that last little note.
It's cool. Lets you know the song's over.
So, third final verse.
Mhm.
He says, now whether you're black, white, or purple, if you're misunderstood, but you don't give a fuck. I think it says you ain't doing shit that you should. Let's
I'm
see.
purple.
And then he says, wait. Yeah.
Purple.
It's weird because they consider this part a bridge, so it's separate from verse 3.
Okay.
You see what I
What?
mean? It says now whether you're black, white, or purple. That's not part of verse 3. It's considered a bridge to the song. So
Oh.
that's why I was confused. I go to verse 3 and I'm like, that's not what this says. Like there's lines missing. So yeah, it says now whether you're black, white, or purple, if you're misunderstood, but you don't give a fuck, you ain't doing shit that you should. Long as you know you're up to evil and you're no damn good, get on the floor, man, and rep your hood.
Oh.
Then he says, now honey, don't let them pricks trip. We should make a quick dip and go do some donuts in the hospital parking lot because, girl, I got a sick whip. So,
That's cool. Oh, wait. So that is a double entendre.
yeah.
So you have a sick car, so you have to go to the hospital, but also donuts like whip you around. Sounds like a sick whip.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I mean, if you've never
Yeah.
done donuts, you get thrown into the fucking wall of the
You're
car.
right. That is actually two separate double entendres there. You're right.
Two separate.
So
So four
all right, hold on. Let me
quadruple
let's
entendre.
let's make sure we got everything covered up there. Yeah. So black, white, or purple, whatever, you don't give a fuck, you're doing bad shit, blah blah blah. All that we get it. Then he says, now don't let them pricks trip. We should make a quick dip and do some donuts in the hospital parking lot because, girl, I got a sick whip.
And I guess like dip, like usually you like dip your donuts into coffee. I don't know.
So that's kind of something. There's
Like a
something.
little, kind of loosely.
But so donuts in the hospital parking lot because I got a sick whip.
So you have a sick, like ill, an
cool.
unwell car.
Yes.
Oh,
So
or
that's
a
why you're
cool car.
Yeah, I know. That's so yes. So that's why you're in the hospital parking lot. So there's
Yeah.
the sick whip, meaning it's like not it's unwell whip,
Yes.
right? And then there's the
Cool.
cool whip.
And then there's just like a really cool way to
So
throw someone around
so
in circles.
the whip part.
Like if you whip your car to the right, that means like you're like turning
Yeah.
the wheel all the way to the right and then flooring it to the right. So
Yeah, if
like
you're
when you're
doing
doing donuts, you get like whipped into the side of your car.
That's what I'm saying. So they're like two separate double entendres. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not like a
yeah.
triple or a quadruple. It's like there's two
No,
different
I think it's actually
because there's two different meanings for the
entendre.
no, but it's for the different words. Do you get what I'm saying? So like the sick part has one meaning,
I
right?
think that still counts.
And then the whip has another meaning.
I think it still counts.
Maybe
I think it does.
because the sick whip. Maybe it could be a triple.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, that's a cool line too. It's meant to be like kind of corny, but that's the whole theme of the song, bragging about shit like this. Then he says, okay, so the words are fucked up here. This is the third mention of the
Yeah, it
vehicle.
doesn't make any sense.
So he says, kick the back window out of my gremlin, put 2 milk crates in the trunk, rip out the stick shift, and make a 5-seater. So yeah, a gremlin is another old school car that doesn't exist anymore. It's like a shitty another beater car that even when it came out wasn't like great. You know what I mean?
But if he's gonna rip out the stick shifts, then isn't it not drivable now?
So I don't know how that would work. You know what I mean? Like I don't get the actual
Cedar. It's like, yeah, but it's not going anywhere.
yeah, which is very funny. So yeah, it's gonna take out in front, so you get 5 people sitting there.
Yeah.
Then he says, "I'll be damned if I feed a chick. It ain't like me to split a piece of dry pita." So that's funny. He's not gonna buy her food.
Nothing at all.
And he says, it ain't like me to split a piece of dry pita. So it's like nothing. You actually get that free at most restaurants if you're there.
Yeah, like the
So,
Greek restaurants
yeah.
with dip.
So he won't even split.
Hummus.
He won't even split that. And then he says, I be the SL to the IM to the SHADY.
Which
And
is cool because he's spelling Slim Shady, but then it also goes I'm Shady. Get it?
I'll be the SL to the I'm Shady. Interesting.
Right?
I see. Like, I wouldn't have picked up on that. Well, I didn't pick up on it till you mentioned it, but I wouldn't have seen it unless it was written out. You know what I mean?
Mm. Because when you say I am, it sounds like you're saying I am. SHADY.
Yeah, I'd be the SL to the I'm Shady. That's funny. I never would that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank
Um,
you.
and then he says, and I don't need a tank top to be a wife beater, which
Oh
is
boy.
funny. Wife beater is another commonly used phrase for tank tops, undershirts in
But like
particular.
specifically like a white one.
Yeah, well,
Like Fruit of the Loom.
like this. This
Black
one's
works
black,
too. But
but
like stereotypically it's a white,
white.
dirty wife beater. Is a wife beater. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's typically depicted as Italians wearing them.
Did you hear, like, for a time, I forget what company it was, but they had like girl wife beaters and they were calling them boy beaters.
It's funny.
It's like, that sounds weird, like boy beaters.
Yeah, it sounds
It's
like
like
you're like
young
jerking
boys.
guys off.
Should have went with man beaters
That's funny.
or just not beaters,
Yeah.
just tank tops.
So yeah, that's the double entendre. Well, not really. It's just so wife beater is another word for a
It's
tank
a
top
double
undershirt.
entendre because it's like I don't need a tank top to be a wife beater.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't need his tank top to be a wife beater. Like it's just a regular tank top. But also like he doesn't need to wear a tank top to be a wife
yeah, you're right.
beater.
That is right. That is double.
Thank you.
Okay, and then he continues with, I'll rip a tree out the ground and flip it upside down before I turn over a new leaf, clown, which is funny. It's
Because
like
like that's kind of like what you're doing.
you're literally turning over the leaf.
All of the leaves.
Yeah. Then he says, I'll tell you now, I'm so raw, I still need to unthaw. You feel me, y'all? I shut the club down like Drake at the mall, which is cool. So I'm so raw, I still need to unthaw. So he's frozen, so he's raw,
Like
uncooked.
raw meat.
Yeah, and he says, you feel me, y'all? I shut the club down like Drake at the mall. So forever, the hook from Forever.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm shutting
Okay.
shit down
I
in
was
the
like,
mall.
what?
Yeah, I'm shutting shit down in the mall and telling every girl she's the one for me. So that's a reference to that.
I didn't know that that's what when he says I'm shutting shit down, I just assumes that like he's spending so much money that the stores run out of
That's
items.
interesting. So
I
that
didn't
makes
realize
sense.
he was literally closing the mall down because then he goes and telling every girl she's the one for me. If you shut the mall down, there's no one to talk to.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Unless it's
They're
like,
not related.
yeah,
So yeah, I had a friend who his father was the regional manager of all the Macy's
Macy's.
in the tri-state area, with the exception of Manhattan. The
Manhattan's like
the Times Square one is
into
its own
Switzerland.
region.
Yeah,
He was responsible for like 20, 30 something stores, but the one store in Manhattan makes more money than every other region. So
it's
yeah,
huge.
it's crazy. But the point of me mentioning that was his mom, whenever she wanted to go shopping, they would literally shut down the fucking Macy's. And they weren't even like crazy rich. Do you
But
know
it's
what
just
I
because
mean?
of his
Yeah,
position.
but they would literally shut down the store for them to go. So that is a
Which is
thing.
cool, because like
Yeah.
that sucks if like she didn't
I
like
did it.
Macy's,
We
you
did
know
it.
what I mean? And she's like, I want to go to Bloomingdale's, and then your husband's like, I can shut down Macy's for you, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah, we did it.
but
We went at the one in the Hamptons with her.
Macy's in the
Yeah.
Hamptons.
It's like Quag. Hampton Bay is one of those areas. It's like out there.
I haven't. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
if it still
cool.
exists. Like they shut the.
So
You know
it was
what's the
there in
cutest store ever? The Saks Fifth Avenue in Southampton.
yeah, I
They
don't
shut
know.
it down. It was like the. Not that you guys care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care about my Macy's story either.
If I mean, if you're not from where we're from, you like don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so whatever. The shutting shit down at the mall. So Eminem does that at the club.
Yeah.
Then he says, let me make sure these lyrics are right. I don't trust them. So he says, but baby, a body like that's against the law. You the baddest little chain with the blades I ever saw. So that's chainsaw.
Saw.
Yeah,
I was
the
like, wait,
baddest
what?
little chain with the blades I ever saw.
Oh my God.
A body like that against the law. So it's so good. And then he says,
We're so bad.
yeah, coleslaw containers, empty straw wrappers, and all. You got more junk in your trunk than
And
I
I
do
do
in
in
my
my
car. Now get up. So
Coleslaw.
junk in your
Ugh.
trunk, but
Who
obviously.
actually eats coleslaw?
So I do, but when it's at like diners and shit,
It's like warm.
well, not only that, like most people don't eat it, so you don't eat it and then they just give it to the next person. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Freshly made coleslaw is
So
good.
gross.
Okay. Anyway, W.T.P, White Trash Party.
I love the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the song a lot. It's not my favorite. You like the song more than I do, I think.
It's fun.
It is. It's very fun. And like I said, I do think his delivery on this is it might be the best on the album. The way he's flowing, it just goes so perfectly. None of it seems forced. Like he's rhyming with ease and like it's like a same. So like he does the emphasis in like a few lines. Um well, even on the word mall, he's like Drake does at the mall. You know what I mean? Like he does that, but for the most part throughout the song, it's like an even keel and it's like so fucking smooth and the delivery is awesome. But yeah,
Yeah, it's really good.
it's a cool
I
song.
love it.
Yeah,
I like all the Eminem songs that he really doesn't.
yeah, it's funny.
Yes. All right. Well, yes. So, I forgot how I end videos. So I like and subscribe. Bye.
Yes.
Thanks.